Welcome back to Here We Golf. This is episode 3 of the Fantasy DP World Tour podcast. My name's Dan.
My name's Jay. Welcome back.
We're going to cover off the Ras Al Kahimah Championship last week.
Yep.
Second event on the international swing. See who performed well, risers and fallers in the leagues, who performed well and got us the points, who didn't. And then we will cover off this week's upcoming events in Bahrain. Go through our teams, who we think might do well, who we think is going to score some points, and in some cases get us back up the leaderboard. We'll cover off the mini league and who has climbed to the top there, who's sunk to the bottom, and who's doing well in the international swing in terms of the prize for the Boxer Pro V1s for this swing. So let's get into it, lad. Ras Al Kahimah.
Ras Al Kahimah, absolute week to forget for me, to be honest with you. Bahrain last week. A bit of a week to forget for me, to be honest with you.
In Ras Al Kahimah. I obviously didn't do very well.
Oh, no wonder. Yeah, so Ras Al Kahimah last week, a bit of a week to forget for me. I put all my eggs in one basket, and it did not play to my advantage. Daniel Hillier, Ewan Ferguson, John Parry, and Tom McKibben all missed the cut, which was an absolute nightmare going into the weekend, with Puig and Ryan Fox scoring 15 under and 7 under respectively to give me some honour points and take me off the bottom, because I was bottom until late Sunday, which was bad. But
Bottom of the mini league for that event.
Wasn't very good at all.
Heavy week. Just thought Tom McKibben was going to do well as well off the back of his decent performance in Dubai, didn't we? So
he was pretty close to making the cut in the end. He needed 2 birdies. That was it.
The fist of it, didn't he? Yeah. He played well late on the Friday, but
so was Ferguson as well. He was level par as well. Hillier and Parry were just out of it from day one, though.
Yeah. So heavy week.
Yeah. That's
set you back massively in terms of
back to 9th,
season ranking and mini league ranking.
Yeah.
So you're 9th in the mini league at the minute, are you?
Mm-hmm.
And overall, what's your season rank? Where's that put you?
Way down. Season rank 6,826. So not too bad, but I was climbing, and it's a bit of a stumbling block, which hopefully this week I can what's the word? Bounce back.
Yeah.
What about yourself? How was your week?
That's a decent week. Had a really good week. I had McKibben, who missed the cut. I also picked Rasmus Nygaard Peterson, who missed the cut and didn't look like making it at any point. Whereas the rest of my players performed really well. I had Fox, like yourself, 7 under. Puig, 15 under, who finished 3rd. We were calling him Pooey last week, but standard corrected this week. It's David Puig, not Dave Pooey.
Yeah. He's not from Basingstoke.
Patrick Reed, 11 under, tied for 8th as well. And our captain, Torbjorn Allison, who finished alongside Fox in the tie for 27th at 7 under. So, decent week. The tournament rank of 2,710 has shot me up the leaderboard to a season rank of 565 overall.
Not bad.
Which I'm very pleased with. Setting myself at the top of the Here We Golf Pod YouTube mini league overall, and I think I came second or third for this week in the Ras Al Kahimah Championship. So yeah, doing well and
very good
on a good little spell. I've noticed when I played the game in the past, I've had good starts to seasons and then faded massively, which is why I'm trying to be conscious of not picking the heavy hitters too early in the season, because that's generally what cost me. But I don't think I've done that so far. I've still started okay, so I'm hoping I might do pretty well.
What's your season rank?
Season rank is it's gone up to 565.
Wow. In the top 1,000, that's really, really, really
From
good.
last week, I was just outside at 1160, so halved me rank. Yeah, really good. Really pleased with that. So yeah, players that did well that just didn't enter our heads really. It was this Ras Al Kahimah was won by Alejandro Del Rey. It's his first ever win on the DP World Tour.
Awesome, wasn't
He was awesome. He was brilliant. Yeah, 3 rounds of 66 Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
he? Dream.
Struggle to compete with that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Anyone is. And Marcus Armitage in second. I think we might have mentioned his name very briefly, and he was instantly dismissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's put a decent week in. And then around that, just players we weren't looking at: Scrivener, Cantero, Dean, Soderberg. I think you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it was a tough one, really. So I've done well with Pooge, really, and I think Reed has helped.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where I am this week, really. And just before we move on to the upcoming week, do you want to cover off you got the international swing leaderboard there, have you?
I have. So the top of the international swing leaderboard is Mr. Penn with 1,942 points, which is a really, really, really good. He was 300 points, I think, above everybody else this week in the Ras Al Kahimah, which is really good. And then it's you, Huey Golf Dan, 1877. Brian Stockport, 1805. Ender, 1794. And then Kevin Renton 75 at 1704. So top 5, pretty much. I'm way down.
Where are you?
In 16th with 15-4.
Floundering.
Absolutely floundering, yeah. The winner of the opening swing west of the woods, Matt Yu, is 21st at 1,362, so not a good swing for him.
He was dead last this week.
Yeah.
Bad week. Yeah. He struggled. So not looking like the threat he once was.
Nope.
Let's just he's captained Hillier. Absolute nightmare, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some road picks there.
Easily done though.
Ironically, one of his better performing players was Dylan Fratelli, who is at Bahrain this week defending his title because he won it last year.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Matt Hughes is going to go with Dylan again and see if he can perform any better for him.
Well, I mean, an outside pick this week is Alejandro Del Rey, isn't it? But
I'm not jumping on that wagon. I think that's knee-jerk, like just chasing points. Really, he scored his points this week. And he'll do well to back that up, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he plays, if you play like that every week, it'll be hard to beat. But whether he can do it every week, it's took him 70 events to do that. So let's see if it doesn't take another 70 before we pick him.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Moving to this week, what are you thinking?
We were talking on the main pod yesterday, weren't we? It's quite a decent field again.
Yeah.
Considering, obviously, like we said last week, the Ryder Cup points and the prize money is nowhere near what it was in Dubai.
Yeah.
But considering it's a decent field, and Patrick Reed's lower down the world rankings, but that's because of his involvement with Liv. But he's like probably top class above in this field. Probably should be there. Olsen, again, same reasons as last week. It's a very similar field to last week, really.
Yeah.
Laurie Cantor, David Pooge, all sorts of. They're going to be the favourites, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they're kind of remain.
I'm thinking Laurie Cantor's Spanish brother, Ivan Cantero. Tied for 24, tied for 34, tied for 42nd, tied for 31st, tied for 5th. It's not a bad run, is it?
It's not a bad run.
No missed cuts in the past 5 events. Good green and regulations. Yeah, I think he might be an outsider pick. I'm going to go very safe this week, I think. I don't think I'm going to go too left field. What, have you got your team done, or?
Yeah, my team is. I think it's pretty much locked in. To be honest, can't see it changing much more from this. You want me to run through it?
Yep.
Safe as ours, we'll be captain. Well, touch wood, safe as ours. We've gone Patrick Reed.
Yeah.
First name on the team sheet. So that's going to be the 3rd time I've used him this season. But I don't think we're going to see him too much from after next week because he's going to be on Liv.
Yeah.
So I'm not too bothered about using him up early. David Puig, he's not a DP World Tour member, so we can only pick him 3 times. And this is going to be second of the 3 times allowed to pick him, which is a bit... I don't like doing that this early in the season, but he's in this field. He looks like he's going to be pretty much one of the top players, and he's obviously playing well, so difficult to leave out. But with him going back to live as well, we're not going to see him as much. So got him in. Laurie Cantor, again, he's in good form. He had a week off last week, but his last few events, he's tied for 3rd the week before in Dubai. Played well in the Team Cup. And before Christmas, he had a tie 21st, tied 42nd. So no miscuts in there. And after this side of Christmas, he's playing well. So picked him. David Micheluzzi, Australian fellow who started the season well. Not great last time out, tied for 36, but he's had a 5th and a tie for 8th in there. Picked him. Angel Ayora.
Nice.
Also had the tie for 6th, tied for 5th. A couple of top 30s in there in his last few events. Who started the season well after coming off the Challenge Tour. And then I've gone for Matthew Southgate.
Wow.
He's floundering in the world rankings. He's down at 305th at the minute. And he's only 3% owned as well. So he's my bit of a sort of outside wildcard pick for the week, because that paid off last week with Puig.
Yeah.
Because he was only 8% owned, wasn't he? So if I look at him this week, he's 51% owned. So he's kind of, everyone's got onto that bandwagon. But Southgate, in his last 4 starts, has been tied for 15th, 20th, 11th, 22nd. So he's playing well, low key, flying under the radar, without sort of pulling up any trees. And I just think he might well keep going and maybe climb a little bit higher. And I'll be happy with it. He's kind of my last pick, my little outside pick. So anything sort of top 20, top 30, get me something like 120 points, I'll be happy with that.
Nice. A good team. So I've gone for Puig. While he's in a rich bit of form, this is going to be 3rd. Puig. But I think while he's in good free form, while he's playing well, we're playing with him, control that. Get it out of the way. I've gone for Laurie Cantor and his brother, Ivan Cantero. I think Laurie Cantor's been playing the season already. Cantero, I've just read out his stats. I think dark horse, flying under the radar. So it's just a bit of an outside pick there.
Sure, it's your 3rd pick.
Maybe not.
There's only 2nd event.
Definitely 2nd. He's got 2 stars here.
Yeah.
Because he did in the team this week. Yeah. Absolute Chan Wan again. I've gone very, very safe with Patrick Reed. You believe that. But he's a top player, isn't he?
That much pain.
It does. Yeah. It's like watching the celebrating the winner at the Soderberg.
Should do it. Should try.
No. And Johannes Veen makes up my 6. Playing well. Yeah, he played well last week as well. Not.
Can we change it?
Locked in. No, I won't change it up now. Happy with that team. Tomorrow's the deadline, isn't it? Bahrain. Where is it?
It's in the Middle East. The Kingdom of
Bahrain. Is it one time zone?
What time zone? There'll be a couple of hours ahead again. Yeah, so some
morning golf again.
Yep. Don't mind it.
No, I don't mind it.
Crack on with your day.
Yeah, true.
Most of it's wrapped up by late morning, isn't it, for us? So I'll be able to watch plenty of that, I think.
3 hours ahead this time, so yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be turning off sort of 4 a.m.-ish. You see the back end of the openers, and then you can watch like the first round, and then we're done by 11 hours.
It's nice to wake up and look at the leaderboard and have a full, someone's done 18, isn't it?
Yeah. Got some points on the board already before you woke up.
That's it. What are we looking at? Schedule, tea times?
I haven't looked at the tea times, to be honest.
Makes a difference, doesn't it? Anyone you've got out first? No.
You're out at 9:39.
Patrick Reed out at 6:40. Early. With Nergard Peterson, which was going to be in my team, but I've took him out. I've also took Scrivener out. I don't know why I fancy Scrivener this week because he played really well, but I want to go safer than that. I know I've gone with Ivan Cantero, who no one's ever heard of, but
Yeah, I mean, I've gone a bit sort of against me sort of my mantra this week.
Yeah.
Normally just pick that most highly owned players.
Yeah.
But if we look at the percentage owns, I'm just going to pull that up. So Patrick Reed, Laurie Cantor and Pooge, top three, which I've gone with. But I've not picked. You've got next is they're over 50% owned. You've got Soderbergh 48, Ollison 45, Veerman 39, and then you sort of Jordan Smith, and then it drops off them.
Yeah. So
could potentially get a bit punished if Ollison goes on to win or Soderbergh does well with them having decent ownership. But I just felt they're going to be regulars on the DP World Tour this season. I'm going to want them later, I think. So I've gone a little bit more risky this week. Hopefully it pays off. But don't undo all the good work from the Ras Al Kahimah.
I can't see it. I really can't see it.
Can't see me struggling.
No. I think that's a really good team we've picked there. Iora, if you look at his stats, his average birdie stats, they're quite high. Given another thing I've been looking at recently is the amount of tournaments played, and then average birdies on top of that. If you look at like even Casey Jarvis, he's played 4 events, but Iora's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events, and he's still way up there with average birdies. So I think he's a good pick. He's not very long. He's quite a small guy, isn't he? I remember watching him at the Dunhill with Friedkin, wasn't he? He doesn't hit the ball that far, does he?
Well, yeah, they've got Matthew Southgate, who have picked he's averaging 4 birdies around, but he backs that up with 72% average greens in regulation, which out of the sort of the leaders, or the favourites, should I say, they don't really sort of match up to that. No, just scrolling down, Micheluti's at 65. Trying to find Patrick Reed, actually. Patrick Reed's down 63. So, I'm quite happy with that Southgate pick, even though he's a bit rogue.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good pick.
So we'll see how we get on this week. So I think no more to add, really.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that's this episode 3 of the Fantasy DP World Tour podcast wrapped up. Let us know in the comments, or if you're listening on the audio, who you're picking. Get over onto YouTube, get in the comments, let us know who your teams are, who you're picking, what you think of the content. If you are listening on the audio podcasts, do us a massive favour, and leave us a rating, and like and subscribe on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, perfect.
We'll be back next week, mate. We've got, I think there's one more Middle East event that we're off to after the Bahrain. They're in Qatar next week. The Commercial Bank Qatar Masters at Doha Golf Club in Qatar. So we'll be covering off the outcome of Bahrain and previewing our teams for that event in next week's podcast.
Yeah. See you later.
See you later.